Yo guys, what up? Me, Patrick LeVar, back again with another video of building a $5,000 profitable Blender Octane School community here in public. If you guys are new to these videos, this is what I basically do. The first couple minutes here, I'm going to go through my YouTube comments, answer any questions from my main channel, One Polygon with me. And then I'm just going to talk about building strategies, things that I'm doing for my school community here in public with you guys. And then finally, I'll end just with the quick growth stats across my YouTube and my school community. I'm not really focusing in on Instagram at the moment. I'm kind of a little bit trying to detox from that vile little place right now. But anyways, let's get into questions here. I'm going to kind of take the first 5 minutes here to answer some questions. Let me go ahead and set my timer because I will start going a little bit longer into the community here. Question: can you provide a link to Scott's Octane Bible? I sure can. What you guys are, if he doesn't know what you're talking about, there is this massive database for Cinema 4D on Octane, Blender Octane in particular, but I use that to reverse engineer how to learn everything in Blender Octane. If I jump into my school community, into the classroom, and then if I go into my Octane YouTuber setup here, I have the right here Octane Bible. Let me click on that, and here is the link, and I will post that somewhere in the comments. I can't post anything in the links at the moment because my account is really new, and you got to kind of go through this puberty of 2 months or something with YouTube till they believe that you're not just some spammer guy, right? Or spammer girl, whatever. So I will paste this in the comments of this video if I remember, but if you can't remember and you're watching this, here it is, www.behance.net. Actually, I can just drop that over on the comment section for you right here. Here it is. All right, there it is. That's it for you. Good. Next one. This is from my how to separate shadows in Blender Octane video. This is very helpful. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. I'm glad I helped. In that video, I was talking about how to set up render layers, especially for those of you guys do VFX, how to separate your shadow from your OBJ or from your object so you can recomposite them in Nuke or DaVinci Resolve or something like that. It's actually really easier than it is in in the standard Blender version. Like literally I just click one button, 2 buttons, and there it is. Now it's separate. I just render it out. I don't have to make all this extra stuff. It's really easy. So take a look at that video, guys, if you're interested in watching that. That worked. One from a short: I wish AI was better at making textures. I also use AI for writing so I can relate. What are you what did I say here in this quickly? There's a little bit of advice for anybody out there who's in the content journey, making content, putting it out there, guys. You know, I recently been using... Oh, okay, I know what this is about. So I've been using assets, all kinds of... I'm a one-man band show, literally. Well, I have one other guy that had just joined us a couple of weeks ago to help me start writing more content and like more salesy stuff that because I'm not good at. But basically, I was utilizing AI to help me at things I'm not good at. Writing is something I'm not really good at. So using AI to help me to write write out sales pages and things that I'd never done before is very powerful. But some people some people hate it. Some people were like quick to jump on you and knock you down for using AI to help you with your workflow. So one thing I think they're wrong because they don't know your situation, and it's hard to just get mad at me because of what the AI giant companies have done to bring AI to us. So anybody who uses AI is kind of like this evil person. I don't really think that's cool because AI has been helping me to do a lot more things, and it's been teaching me how to get stronger at my weak points. So at first I was using it to kind of generate some imaging a lot of hate, getting a lot of kickback from that. So I kind of stopped doing the imaging, but I've been using it heavily for writing. And for me, I built systems where I can speak, say what I want, and use the AI to correct and clean it up. So it's not fully AI generated. I am the input, and I'm using that to clean up the input. But people on the back end who are receiving that, they're just saying, why do you use AI to write this? No, I was the input. AI just enhanced the output. So I'll leave it as that. So thank you. I appreciate your comment there. Method man. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have Method man money. So I'm not Method man. I'm Patrick LeVar. Next, if you delete the camera, if you're doing the camera, and sometimes it makes it look like a fisheye look. Yeah, but that's actually incorrect. That's not the proper way to do it. That's just because in Octane Blender, oh, I'll totally bring this back here. Bring it back. I always forget when I switch the screens, guys. Sorry. Yeah, The comment was, if you delete the camera entirely, sometimes it makes a fisheye look. That's not the proper way. In Octane Blender, you always have to have a camera in the scene no matter what. It may get, if you don't have a camera in the scene, you'll get this weird, like, looking kind of vignetting on the sides. That is not a fisheye lens, but, you know, let me quickly jump over here. In my startup scenes, which I have available for my Blender Octane community, there is a camera setup already built up for you, ready to go. And for one thing, if you jump into that scene, and if I fire it up, for example, and we come, okay, that is our 5-minute warning. We're gonna push it. We'll go 5 more minutes on the question. It's not. If I take out the camera now, delete the camera, you're not gonna really. It's not gonna really wig out right now. But at one point, sometime it may get weird. Right now, it's not. Plus, they've been updating it. I'm using one of the most recent updates, 4.43 Octane 2025 edition. So they may have fixed that, but sometimes it will get weird, and anytime it will get weird, you need to make sure there is a camera somewhere in your scene. Even if you're not looking through it, you just want to make sure you have a camera in your scene. Quick FYI, if you want to do a fisheye lens, it's really easy. Come into your camera settings, click on your camera, and then you'll scroll down here that says camera type, go to real lenses. Once you go to real lenses, now you can see we've got that fisheye look. That's what he was talking about. But again, once you jump in your camera, you basically won't see that, because if I come in here and, for example, let's say like that, let's go like that, lock that. And then if I go to my camera settings and go to, where is it at? Viewport display, passport tour. Okay, now we don't see that on the edge there. But if I want to have that fisheye look, I can just select that here. If I go to 100mm lens, I can go to a 100mm magnifying glass lens, right? So we get this weird little look there. And here's a fisheye lens, right? There's our fisheye look lens right there, which is a 14.2mm fisheye lens, 2.8 fisheye lens. So there you go. And then I've actually made a couple of preset cameras that I have in my community, which kind of simulate this also, this fisheye lens. Again, to take it to the next level, you really want to make sure you have your post-processing on. And like if I come in here and go to chromic aberration, so we put that on the side. Now we got a little bit of that chromic aberration on the side there. Very nice little touch. So that's how you quickly set up a fisheye lens look. Really simple, really easy. Let's get back to these questions here. A couple more questions and then I want to move on. Your sound is gone. Your sound is gone. I don't know why. That's probably YouTube censoring it or something. Maybe I used the song that I wasn't able to use. Yep, probably. Who knows? Actually, I probably should just delete this off there anyways. Thanks for the heads up on that. We'll probably... Can I delete it right now? Nope, I can't. I'll have to go into and find that file. All right. Thanks for the heads up on that. Time to delete that file. All right, one more. Let's jump in here. And is this the newest one? Yep. Okay. Hi, Patrick. Sounds tough, but I'm sure your feeling in a dip ATM won't put you off or stop you. I get why I can be disheartened. As you say, take the encouragement of people who see and learn and appreciate your knowledge and your goal and try to switch off from the rest. Got to say, I have thought often of posting what I do, etc. But it's that sort of thing that puts me off. But maybe one day, keep up the good work. Yeah, you know, he's talking about a video. Oh, this was like a little video. I was just struggling here. Again, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. And what I want to do is I want to share. Yes, thank you. Thanks for the support on that. It's hard to put yourself out there, but honestly, there's way more positive vibes than these few negatives. And that's what keeps me going. Comments like this. Thank you very much. So one thing that I want to say quickly for those of you now, which we're going to actually kind of shift into my building strategizing in public. One thing that I want to say is, like, you know, it's easy for people to tear down people, right? And it's most of the time the people who are tearing down people haven't done anything. I literally, when I get, you know, trolling comments, I scroll on, and if they go to look at their YouTube channel, there's nothing on there, or they're like taking other people's videos and posting on there. So don't really get hurt by that. And it's like, it's a learning process. It's going to help you build thick skin when you first start. It kind of hits you personally. And as the more you keep doing it, it's kind of like, poof, poof. It doesn't hit you as much. It just depends on the time. Sometimes where I'm already kind of down and like I get these it kind of helps. But you know, honestly, I will say for the long run, there's more positives that come out of this than there are negatives. There's so much support. so much support from people who just literally keep me going out here. So one thing I want to get into quickly is I want to talk a little bit quickly about somebody recently had asked me, dude, like, why are you using Skool and why don't you just use Patreon? It's way easier. First of all, it's not easier. Patreon, everybody does Patreon because everybody does Patreon, especially 3D artists, Blender, Octaners, you know, Cinefor. I'm talking mainly our 3D niche. And a lot of them do Patreon because why? I think because everybody does Patreon, so everybody does Patreon. But that is not the best way to do it. And a lot of people don't even know about the Skool platform. And they ask me why I chose to use the Skool platform, which is right here. If you look at this is my Skool community. Quickly, if I show you guys. And like, one thing that I loved about Skool community is like, this is the feed. This is our main homepage. There is no algorithm here. You are the algorithm. You post, it shows up, right? And like literally, I mean, this is my sort of new post, you know, what's the top post? What's the unread post? That's it, right? And then like, what's the top post of the day? So like, there is no algorithm. So when people in my community post something, we all see it, we all engage with it, and we answer questions and things like that. Now, Patreon doesn't, like, it has a new feed, but it doesn't, this looks like a Facebook feed, right? It looks totally like a Facebook. It's clean, it's easy, it's set up. I've got tabs right here. I can click through my tabs, you know, Skool wins, material database. And then what's even more powerful, check this out, my material database, I've already been in this community for a year that I started, right? I've got database things. So if I literally come in here and type NDB, no database, right? Now it categorizes everything. It searches the whole platform, and here's all my stuff that I built because I tagged it node database. Now literally I can come in here, what's this node do? Or like, you know, how do I get this set up right here? Like, oh, how do I do this? If I have one material on one side and one on the other side, here's the setup. Like, I can't do that in Patreon. I can't do that in Patreon. I'm sorry. And then like, here's the file. They just posted the file right there. I can just download the file. I'm good to go, right? I can't do that in Patreon. And then again, I have my classroom, but you can do that. But for me, this UI is way more cleaner. Like, here's my Blender 101 guide, right? We click on it, and then here's all the modules from my Blender 101 guide. I click down. Here's the sub modules inside of here. Once I click on that and watch it, I can tick it. It's gonna tell me that it's been watched, and like I can see the progression bar up here just slowly grow. You can't do that on Patreon, right? You know, I don't mean to harp and hate, but people hate on me for using Patreon, and I'm like, this is why I chose Skool. Here's my calendar. Well, this month wasn't too good, but like all my live streams are right here, all ready to go. I've got my members all in one page. I've got a member map where it shows all my members where they're at. So if I wanted to do a meetup, I know I'm going to be up in here, maybe in the New York area. I know 2 members are going to be around in this area. I can hit them up and maybe do a meetup, right? We've got leaderboards of who have been active the most in the last 7 days, the last 30 days, all-time members, and each of these can release a different asset or something if I wanted to. You can't do that in Patreon, right? The main thing is the money. Now, when I first started this, it was $100 a month to do that, which is kind of steep. They've actually offered a new $10 a month plan, right? Now, for me, what is they have the lowest pricing as far as actual taking away. So, for example, if right now I'm making about, what was it, $487 a month is my monthly income right now. $487 a month. Now that's not every member in my community is paying $25. Oh, actually, membership fee. Let me see. Membership fee is about $25 right now. But at one point, I had members who came in at $5. They're grandfathered in at $5. I had members who joined when it was $15. They're grandfathered in at $15. The price never changes for them as I increase, right? But just for the sake of its simplicity, I'm going to knock this down to $100. What if it cost $100 to join your community, right? And you had 10 people joining your community. So that means I'm making $1,000 a month. Right now, if you're using Patreon, with Patreon's actual fees that they don't really show all your fees, you got to read the fine detail to get all the fees, right? And here it's summed up. It's basically 0.14% what they're going to be taking out of that. So if I make $1,000, right? And if I look here at that $1,000, that means they're taking out $140 a month from that $1,000. So that means you get $860, right? Minus, with Skool, I save basically $111. So my yearly sum right here, this will be the yearly sum, about $1,600. Same thing. Skool takes 0 the 0.029 flat rate fee, doesn't matter. They take that out. I'm making $1,000. They're taking $29 out of that for the month. I'm making $971 profit, right? Can you see the difference right there? So we're saving about 111. So by the end of the year, I've saved about 380. Do the math right there. Yearly, here's the yearly end. If I was on Patreon, I'm making 10 grand. If I'm on Skool, I'm making 11 grand. That's why I chose Skool, guys. Down in actually, I can't put links in my video description just yet, but the links are on my page, on my YouTube channel page, for my community and for a link to help you guys if you guys are interested in building your own Skool community, right? On top of that, what's even more, I can have members in my community. Get affiliate. If they bring in anybody, I can set it up where if it's a member, it'll say affiliate link right here. They get money. As long as they're in my community, they're going to get, for me, I have it set to 40%. I think I'm giving them 40%, right? If I come to here to affiliates, check it out. Or 30%, sorry. They get 30% of whoever they bring into their community. So if you're paying $25 a month, you get 2 people in. You're basically already paying for your membership fee, right? Can I do that? I mean, I know you can do, I don't know if you can do affiliates on Patreon or not. It's easy. But there's a lot of other stuff I can go into on why I prefer this, which really, the next one I'm really excited about, which is about to drop here soon. People can join my community with Apple Pay or with Google Pay. Can you do that on Patreon? I'm not too sure. Again, this is me building in public. This is why I'm talking about what I'm doing. This is why I chose to use the Skool platform versus doing a Patreon or something else. Because right now, this is the way. Like, this is the way. And especially for a little or niche like me, I'm making $487 a month, right? Again, if we go back to that, let's say, let me go to 487 just to sum it up really quickly, even though I won, because I have a bunch of, mine is all averaged out. So 487 a month on Patreon, they're taking $68 out of that, right? Again, I'm only making 487, right? So that means I keep 418 a month versus Skool, I keep 472 a month, right? That's a difference of $54, right? Come on, guys. Yearly, that's a difference of $5,600 versus $5,000 flat. Right? It's on my page here. You guys, if you guys are interested in doing your own, right here, click on it. Here's my Skool link, and here's my Skool link, and here's the join the link for Skool, right? And on top of that, that's another thing. Even if you do join, and you use my link to come in, that's still another. I will get 40% of whatever your school makes, not coming out of your account. Skool will pay me 40% of whatever your community makes. And it's the same for you. You join, you get a Skool going, you get somebody else to join, they make a Skool platform, you're going to get 40% of whatever that group makes because Skool's going to pay you that. That doesn't come out of your money. That comes out from Skool. Like, who's doing that? Nobody's doing that. Patreon's not doing that. That's insane. That's why I'm doing this on the Skool platform. All right, quickly, growth. Let's check in the growth. How much growth have we had this month? Let's see. Let me get this all set up. Let's get the growth set up here really quick. Let me dial that in. Yeah, the Skool is just an absolutely amazing. Like, I was gonna do the full Blender course, and then I decided not to because I'm gonna do a course. I get what? I sell the course for $100. I get $100, right? But I gotta sell, and eventually you're gonna have to update that course or make a new course. Rather just have them join my community, put that same course in my community, and I can add modules to it as I go. Plus they're part of my community. Plus we're engaging together. Plus we've got more than just that one course and you never get access to me. You come into my community, you get access to me, one-on-ones, things like that. You can provide more value. You can build a community, especially with AI coming around. It's going to be time to make that community where we're like, hey, no, we're all real people in here. We're not AI. We're all real people in here, right? So let's go Skool tracker, and let's go Skool tracker. Okay, we were at 8, 10, 25. I still have 32 members. No new members this week. Man, I gotta grind. I gotta start putting out some YouTube content. That's how I get my members, is through making YouTube content. Like, I need to continue making more content. That's my driver. That's how I get people in. I make the content, they come in through the content, then if they're interested and they're serious about it, then they join the Skool, right? That's how I'm doing it. So it's a very easy system because I'm already making YouTube videos. So instead of just making YouTube videos and go buy my course, just join my community and get access to materials, me, a group of community, right? What is this one? About page. Yes, my about page number. This is what I got to focus on, guys. 97. This is what I need to get up. I need to get this up. I want more people coming to my about page to see what my page is about. Right? That has been, oh, we got one better than yesterday. Hey, it's better than nothing, right? One is better than nothing. And then my churn rate, 9.4 is mean the percentage of people who are canceling their subscription. So anything under 10 is really good. So I'm on the cusp right now, but I still need to get my click-through rate up. My click-through rate is 0 right now. We haven't had anybody in the last 7 days join. So those numbers are still a little bit misleading right now for me until I get that up. So that's still going to be 0. So that's it for our stat tracker. And then as far as you, let's get that set up. Quickly check in with the YouTube tracker. This is really nice to track this, you guys, so you can just see your growth, so you can see what's working and what's not working. Especially with the YouTube channel, like I really need to focus on what content really drives people in, and boom, there it is. Sub changes, so really no new growth on the YouTube channel right now. That's not a big deal. Average view duration is the average view duration. Oh, actually, I didn't even check. No, I didn't even put the right numbers in. Hang on, dashboard. 391. 391. We lost one person. 391. We lost one sub. That was probably the person who I talked about in my other couple days ago who yeah, watch a couple past videos. You'll find out what I was talking about on that. Then let's go to my average view duration. That probably should be all the same. 1.55, 3.5. Yep. 1.55. View duration, 3.5. 3.5. And again, why do I track these metrics? Because these are the most important metrics according to Mr. Beast, and I'm going to listen to what Mr. Beast says because he is the biggest YouTuber on the planet. And he's like, you really want to get your average view duration as high as possible. The longer they watch, the more YouTube helps. In the click-through rate, if they don't click on it, they can't watch, right? So you got to get the click up, you got to get it to click, and then you got to get them to watch. He said these are the two most important metrics that people should be paying attention to. So that's why I focus on these ones right here. So 3.5, so that has actually 3.6 has gone down in a couple of days, so I need to get working on getting this up. I was at 3.7, it's been dipping, so that means I needed a little bit more work on thumbnails and titles. And average view duration has been good because I've been scripting the intro, so I'll just record the video, script the intro to maximize them, to get them to stay watching as long as possible, and then once they get into the video, I'll provide the value, and that's where I'm working on that there. So cool. All right, guys, we'll catch you tomorrow, and definitely links will be on my normal page here because I can't put them in my video links for a couple of months until we get approved by YouTube. Catch you guys in the next one. Patrick LeVar, keep rendering Octane Blender. This is the way.